Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. It's time for another Mass Make Monday video, and in case you're new to my channel, what I do is I set a timer for 45 minutes, spend that time trying to make as many of whatever it is we're working on in that time. And what we're going to do today is create some stamped clusters slash mini collages. And this project's inspired by Toni over at Crafting by Toni, and I'll leave a link to her inspiration video below. She did these really cool like mini collage stamped things, and she went monochromatic in that she did all of the stamping and all of the ones she did in her video in brown. I am gonna be monochromatic, but I'm gonna mix up my colors for each of my clusters. So let's go ahead and actually there's one more thing that I want to do before we start our timer, and that is show you the list of stamps I've pulled out, so that I don't have to worry about it as we're going along. And so here's a list of the stamps that I'm using. Just use whatever you've got in your stash. One other thing is she put on some cheesecloth and butterflies. I've got a bunch of butterflies, dragonflies, moths that I've already stamped and cut out, and I've got some cheesecloth handy. So let's go ahead and get started. Start our timer, and I forgot to grab my mouse pad. And something else, Toni has like a really cool mesh stamp that was kind of square shaped that she used kind of as the base for all of the ones she did. I don't have a stamp like that, so what I've grabbed, and that wasn't on the list, is this set of stamps. It's by Stampendous, and I think it was designed by Andy Skinner. And so I'm gonna grab kind of my wood grainy, like cracked paint is kind of what this is. And what I did was I created a mask so that I could stamp essentially a rectangle, or not a rectangle, a square, and not have to worry about getting it all over the place, and I could get it kind of square shaped. So I'm gonna grab ink, and for this first one, let's go with some Speckled Egg Distress Oxide. I'm pulling some of the colors for the whatchamacallit that I'm planning on doing, the digital free journal. So some of these colors are inspired by that color palette, and I'm gonna just do a little bit more up there. So that's kind of our beginning spot for the first cluster. And then I'm gonna grab a block and a couple label-y stamps and stamp those down. So how are you doing? I am filming this way in advance of when I normally would be filming a Mass Make Monday video, mostly because if you've been watching my channel, you know I am in the midst of redoing my craft space. And sorry, I'm just grabbing a piece of scratch paper I can clean my stamps off on, since I'm going to be reusing them with different colors. And that's rapidly approaching, and this weekend I'm going to see Clue the musical with a friend of mine, and I got this one, which I'm thinking might be bigger than I want, but we're gonna give it a try. I may need to pull out stamps and get a smaller one. And I need to go shopping for the flooring and pick that up. All right, let's add in some circles. I don't know why I keep closing that and moving it out of the way. That. And then let's see, what do I got number-wise? need something. Let's do that down there. So I'm trying to get a jump on my filming so that when the time comes to do the install of the flooring, I've actually got videos saved up. And let's do one more number over here. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there with the stamping. I'm not loving that, the size of that and where I placed it, but it's a little bit too late now. I'm gonna grab a little bit of cheesecloth and some scissors. And put that down about there, and let's dig in here and find the right colored butterfly or moth, as the case may be. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut this smaller. And I am gonna ink around the edges because I fussy cut this out and didn't necessarily do the neatest job. Now, the butterflies Toni used had more openness on the edges, so she kind of brought the color in a little bit. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of that. And I think she shaped hers beforehand, and I forgot to do that, but since we've got the mouse pad, I can just flip that over, grab my shaping tool, and shape them real quick to give them a little pop so that the wings stick up. And this, so that we've got some shape to the wings. And then that'll go like that. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right, let's grab some glue. And apparently I moved my art glitter glue to the other side of my room and forgot that I did that. So we're gonna use Fabri-Tac, which is okay because we've got the cheesecloth, so that'll actually help with holding down the cheesecloth. So let's put the cheesecloth down. Yep. Then add our moth, like so. Oh, and you know what she also used, which I want to use? Let me grab it. She used the new Tim Holtz tapes. I've got ones I've inked myself, so I'm just going to use those. And I think this colored one would work great on there. So let's grab scissors and cut off a little piece of tape. I think that would look cool, like right about there. And then maybe a skinnier piece going over here. So there's our first one. All right, let's shift over. Let's grab our mask so we can stamp the base bit. And let's decide what color we're gonna do for this one. I think we're gonna go, here it is, Faded Jeans. And this is Archival Ink. I used this to stamp the butterflies, and for some reason the Speckled Egg Archival Ink butterflies came out really fuzzy. Like, it did not stamp well at all. All right, I want to add a little bit more of this, but let's keep that there. To there. And like so. And there we go. We've got our cool little base going. So if you don't have a square stamp, just use, and I just sent something, I think, a stamp flying onto the floor. Yes, I did. gonna grab that. That's gonna be fun because now it's dirty. So it's not gonna want to stick to anything. All right, I did like the small frame. So let's use that one again. And I don't love the big honkin' one. So I think I may go in and grab another stamp real quick. I know Field Notes has got a smaller square. So yeah, I'm grabbing a smaller square from Field Notes because I think I like that better. Or smaller rectangle, should I say. And I think what I'm gonna do, no. I'm talking to myself, it's okay. So how are you doing? This is actually Monday before this is gonna air that I am filming this. So yeah, way in advance. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, it is printed on the back. I thought I grabbed one of the Darkroom door stamps, which does not have printing on the back of it, so it becomes lots of fun guesstimating whether or not you have stamped it right side up. And yeah, this past Sunday, yesterday for me, more than a week ago when this is gonna air, was the 5-year anniversary of my mother passing away. And I'm pretty sure she decided to ensure that I would not, forget about her on the anniversary of her passing, and sent a whole bunch of squirrels to invade my yard. And the reason why I would say that is because my mother was known in life as the crazy squirrel lady because she did wildlife rehab. And at one point had permanent resident squirrels, or at various points she had permanent resident squirrels because she had more than one of them over the years. So that's why I think it was her behind the invasion of squirrels in my backyard. I'm not entirely sure what you call like a group of squirrels. You've got... Now we're going to add our cheesecloth, and where's the piece I cut off? It's who knows where. All right. Oh wait, I tossed it back in here. Go me. So let's add that. You've got a group of crows is called a murder of crows. A group of owls is a parliament of owls. You get flocks of sheep. So I'm kind of wondering what squirrels are called. I'm pretty sure if I was allowed to pick, I'd call them a chaos of squirrels because they are just crazy. And they drove Bert absolutely insane. He was losing his mind all morning yesterday. Just every time he'd go out, he was barking like crazy because they were like running around like lunatics in the tree out in my backyard, these squirrels. Like they were bouncing around, up, down, over. I was like, good Lord, guys, settle. Let's get some blue on the edges of this. I need to grab a dauber for that. And I'm just gonna grab a blue, dark blue distress ink because I don't need to have Archival on my ink daubers and then have to try and remember. Well, I guess, never mind. It should be fine. It shouldn't cause an issue because it's a dye-based ink. So it should be fine. So yeah, I'm just doing this because cutting it out, and actually given how delicate this guy is, Oh, you know what? I did not include these guys on the list of stamps. This is a set by Globeland. And I did not see what number it was. If I can figure it out, I'll leave it down in the description box below in case you're interested. So that's where I got this guy from. Let's stick him kind of like that. I kind of like that. All right, let's go like that and add some glue to him. But yeah, it was insanity. They'd go out for like a couple minutes and then I'd have to bring him in because he was losing his mind, and nobody wants to listen to a beagle barking except for one of the vet techs at my vet's office. Like, she had beagles when she was a kid, and so every time I bring mine in, she like tries to get them to bark like lunatics. I'm like, please stop. Please stop. Nobody wants to hear them. Where'd I put my mask? Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Uh-oh. Where did it go? I just had it. I just had it. Oh, this is not good. This is going to make things very difficult. I'm losing my mind. It has to be here somewhere. All right, here it is. Found it. Oh, and the tape. I forgot about the tape. Well, I guess that's a good thing. It reminded me, and I don't have anything in like the blue that I want to add. Let's actually do kind of this brown color. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit away from the monochromatic with my pieces of tape. If I had been thinking, I would have made sure I made some more tapes that would go with the stamping that I'm doing. So yeah, this is just clear Scotch tape stuck on like old sticker labels or old packing label type material so that it won't stick forever. Accelerate, this must have been like some kind of ad for something I got in the mail that was actually sticky. Like, yeah, it's probably from the AAA life insurance company that I'm constantly getting ads for. Like, they constantly send me offers because I clearly just cut that out and used it. Let's see, let's go ahead and do, I've got crushed olive because that color combo I talked about has some greens in it. And let's do that. And this time let's stamp that. And that. There we go. Probably should have cleaned the stamp off a little bit more since there's definitely some glue mixed in there, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. All right, let's do, instead of the square label, let's do a round and a square maybe. Let's do that guy, and then so yes, that was my excitement yesterday, was dealing with him acting like a complete and utter lunatic and like escaping, or no, not escaping, running around barking every time I let him out, so that he was just, it was so ridiculous. It was like 2 minutes a piece, dude. Just give me 2 minutes a piece. And he's like, no, I must bark like a loony. And then today, I let him outside and I wasn't paying attention, and he dug out of the yard into my next door neighbor's yard. And I'm quite grateful to the fact that my next door neighbors have a Ring light bulb, because apparently, or Ring doorbell, because apparently no one was home. But because they have the Ring doorbell I hear it. Yes? I'm like, Bert dug into your yard again. My neighbor's like, well, if you can get into the yard, feel free. I was like, thank you. Because, yeah. So I had to get a stepladder out so I could reach over the fence to let myself into my neighbor's yard so that I could collect my dog, who's a pain in the neck. Because, yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was my fun and exciting morning. So let's find the green. There we go. That guy's green. Yes, no, that's not the green. That's for Frayed Burlap. Is that the green? I know I stamped one with green. Let's dump all of our butterflies out. Ah, there's the green butterfly. I like him there. I think we'll go with some of the brown cheesecloth, which this is definitely dyed with coffee or tea, because I can tell by the texture. The gray was dyed with Distress Inks, and so has a certain texture, and this it's crunchier. The one dyed with coffee or tea, I'm not sure which. Definitely is crunchier. I guess I could smell it. I think that's tea. I think that one might be tea, because it does not have like a strong coffee smell to it. Oh, let's ink edges, and I need to grab a green dauber. And then curve it. So yeah, and I'm bringing the color up onto my butterfly. And let's do a little quick shaping. I think that needs some more of the green on it. It's gonna go there, but let's add our tape before we forget again. And that I've got some green. Use some of this. And there are tons of videos out on YouTube on how to make this. If you would like me to do one, I am more than happy to. Just let me know in the comments down below. But it's basically just tape and alcohol ink. And you'll notice, like, a lot of the ones I've seen do these online on YouTube, you know, stick to trying to recreate like old antiqued tape where, you know, someone taped something and it sat forever and so it's nice and yellowed. And I went and did all kinds of colors because I like color. And so don't feel like you have to stick with just, you know, what would be natural yellowed colors if you decide to do alcohol inked whatchamacallits, tape. I can talk, really I can. And again, this is why I try to avoid filming on weekdays after working, because I can be a little bit brain fried. But like I said, I wanted to get a jump on my videos. I also really wanted to play with this idea, and now I lost my big stamp. Oh, there it is. I need more space. And the sad thing is, I actually cleaned up my desk area and made more room than I usually have on here, and still not enough room. All right, let's make sure we clean this off. And I think I'm gonna do a gray, and then we'll do another blue since I smudged blue ink over here, so that'll work. If we do another blue one where we've got the smudged blue ink. All right. And this is Archival in Hickory Smoke. Let's do that. I think I still have some green. I think I may need to like wash this off a little bit with a little water, because that's definitely more green than Hickory Smoke should be. But we're just gonna go with it. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of water and spray off my stamp so that when I go to do it next time, it will be clean. I won't have weird colors going on. You know what? Since that went so weird, it's a little bit frayed burlappy. Because that's kind of like a greeny gray color. So we can use this guy. Look at that. He actually works great with that. So we're going to go frayed burlap on this one. All right. Let's see what we want to stamp on here. Let's do this smaller circle. Out of the way. Where did I put the fray? It's right in front of my face. Oh wow, that was really sad. I'm kind of hoping we can at least get 6 done, because I figured 6 would fit on this piece of paper, which, if you're wondering, is a just regular old 8.5 by 11, so standard US letter size. Grabbing, this is a Darkroom door stamp, and it's a hexagon. That was a little cockeyed, but that's all right. I think I'm gonna pull back in this guy and do one going up here. I caught some of the news earlier, and apparently it's officially, hurricane season has officially started, and I live in Florida, so it's something I sort of pay attention to. And they're predicting a more active than usual season this season, so yay, fun. So definitely need to make sure my water supply is stocked up, because that's what always drives me crazy when it's, oh, a hurricane's coming through, is people who don't drink water normally tend to buy like an insane amount of water, and so that you can't get water at all. Let's do some tape. And I think we're going to use one of these guys. And I'm somebody who, I drink water regularly and buy bottled water because I'm kind of finicky about the water that I drink. And so it becomes this big hassle that if I'm not stocked up on water and there's a hurricane coming through, I'm pretty much out of luck. And I can't tell you how many times it's happened where people have gone insane buying a ton of water for a hurricane that ends up passing us by. And then I'm like out of water to drink. So I really need to do a better job of stocking up on water when it's not, you know, when a hurricane's not imminent, so that when we start getting the warnings and watches and we're in the cone of uncertainty, which if you're not familiar with hurricanes, when they forecast, they have like this cone on the map that shows the possible area that the hurricane could travel, and it's generally referred to as the cone of uncertainty because hurricanes can be unpredictable and go who knows where kind of thing. So yeah, anytime the cone of uncertainty passes over Central Florida, there's always a mad run on water, and every year I swear I'm going to do a better job of keeping stocked on water and not just using all of the water that I buy and keeping some as a stash. And every year I fail to do that. So maybe this year, maybe this will be the year I do that. And so I won't be complaining when there's a hurricane coming through. The worst was 2022 when Hurricane Ian came through, because I was in Maine the week before the hurricane was coming on vacation, and so hadn't been paying attention, didn't realize what was going on. And so of course when I get back, there's no water to be had anywhere, and I didn't have a supply of water. What really stunk is I had bought water because I did a lot of hiking on that trip and had an entire like case of water left over because I bought more than I ended up using. And I gave it to like the ladies at the hotel where I was staying at because I wasn't going to pay the extra cost to like essentially pack that in my carry-on luggage, or not carry-on, but my checked luggage. So yeah, I'm like, oh, I could have actually brought that home with me and had water. All right, we're gonna do the blues again because I've got a blue butterfly. So again, gonna ink this up. So I think we're just gonna go with that for that one. And then let's do this guy. And this one, let's make sure it's cleaned off enough, because yeah, that's the one problem with changing colors. And if I had been thinking, I would have made sure I went like light to dark so that it would be less of a problem. But yeah, no, did not plan that much in advance because, well, why plan that much in advance? All right, let's do this guy. That did not stamp great, but I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? Before we forget and don't end up adding tape, let's go ahead and put a piece of tape across that spot where it didn't come out great while I'm thinking about it. So that kind of covers that up. Then let's see, let's do this one. Like I want this big guy. Let's see, what else is going on? So I did stay up way too late Saturday night to Sunday because I got to that point in the book I was reading, and it was the last book in the series that I'd been reading. And so I stayed up way past my bedtime. And I was very sleepy on Sunday. I'm gonna do one more stamp here. Then we're going to add our butterfly. And I'm going to grab some gray for this one. And some scissors. And I think we might actually do it. We might actually get all the ones I had planned on getting done. Imagine that. All right, let's grab our butterfly. Ah, here he is. Let's ink his edges. And ink a little bit onto him. I'm still on. Okay, good. It's like I had a moment. I was like, please tell me I've been on screen for all of this. Because, yeah. That would have been bad. And so, yeah, if you're needing to shape flower or butterflies or flowers, because it works on them too, all you need to do is add or take a ball tool like that, which I know there's lots of sets like on Amazon that are relatively inexpensive for doing like mandala painting. Roll it over the back to make it the wings cup up, and then if you just push it down the center to cause the body to flatten down. I feel like I need a piece of tape here, maybe a piece of tape there. Let's do that. So, yeah, I know there are several like YouTubers that I've watched that are all kinds of excited about the fact that in the new Ideology release, they did like the faux tape, the faux antique tape stickers. And I'm like, that is one of those things I can so make myself. And then this way I can so do it in a variety of interesting colors. And I'm not stuck with like the faux antique colors. All right, I like that. Let's move on and do one more, I think. We will definitely have time to get this guy done because we've got a little less than, we're hitting about 9 minutes. All right, what color do we want to do? Do we want to do one of the browns? Because I've got browns. Let's see, what do I've got over here? I've got browns and I've got a bunch of grays. So either the brown or the gray. Let's go with a brown. Let's do brown. And this guy's vintage photo, so we'll go vintage photo. Let's make sure I clean the stamp off so we actually get vintage photo. All right. And I created this by just using one of my random square dies that was about the size that I thought would work best for this. And I die cut it out of a scrap piece of paper, figuring it'd work as, you know, a mask to create the base piece, and I could use the cool Andy Skinner stamp that's too big to do, you know, these size clusters. Let's see. Let's start with this guy. I want to use this guy. Just trying to figure out, I think that's right side up. Yay, it's right side up. Oh no, I just knocked another stamp off. Oh, found it. And I knocked it into a drawer that I left open because, you know, why close drawers? Let's do this guy. Right about there. And I actually have, oh, there's another one from Field Notes that I want to grab. That one. Butterfly
line's gonna go like that. I need some stuff up there. Let's grab this one. That one or this one? Oh, we're gonna do this guy. That's noted. Let's stamp that down there. Just trying to decide what else I want from the stuff I have out so that I don't go pulling out more stuff. That doesn't stamp great, but that's all right. And then I'm gonna do it over here. Excellent. All right, let's add our cheesecloth. A little glue. Kind of scrunch it up. And then let's shape an ink. And we actually, I think, might have time for one more. Of course, my dog is like, I want to go in the yard now. He is gonna wait 5 minutes. We've got like 4 minutes left, so we are so gonna pull over another sheet of paper and do a few more. Here we go. And I'm actually gonna change it up because I did find a stamp that is a square stamp in my stamp stash that I thought, you know what, let's give a try. And I'm gonna use one of these, and these are a very old Stampendous stamp. Ooh, very sticky. And let's do kind of more botanically background. All right, let me grab a stamp block to stick this sucker on. And go with, let's go with the gray. So I've got Hickory Smoke Archival, and we'll do one in the gray with the pretty leaves. And then let's see. Where did my, there we go. Just spraying the stamp off screen to make sure I get that we're not going to have color contamination this time around. And that's Bert complaining about the fact that I'm not letting him out right this second. Definitely going to use filed. Down there. And where's this one? that there. And this number across here. And some gray cheesecloth and some let's go with this one. Grab a couple pieces of that. Just to kind of change up that edge there. Stick that there. And then we're gonna further muddy that like really squared off edge with our cheesecloth. And let's grab our butterfly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Ink edges. I don't think that's gray. So we're almost at time. And that timer really freaks my dog out. Like every time it goes off, he like jumps. I'm almost done, sir. Let's just go ahead and attach this guy on. That's a little bit too much cheesecloth over here, so we're just gonna do a quick trim. All right, so we got that one done, and then this entire sheet of stamped clusters done. And I really enjoyed this. I am definitely going to be making more of these. I also have some butterflies already cut out that I can do. So yeah, I'm definitely doing some more of these guys. And what I'll do is I will cut them out and do close-up shots for you. So here's what we got done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.